So Logan Paul was on the last episode of Tiger Belly and some interesting things happened. Obviously, they addressed George, his co-host, walking out of the Bobby Lee interview, but they also brought up Joe Rogan in a very interesting way. Now, only the people that watched the entire episode caught this because it was towards the end, but essentially, Bobby Lee gets asked if he is friends with Joe Rogan, and his answer was pretty weird. So with that being said, let's get started.
I don't mean pops in the sense of the flow of the conversation. We need one viral moment. What's it going to be?
What's the clip?
Clip.
Like announcing exclusively who.
I can't think that. No, what? I can't think that way.
Okay.
No, I'm.
You always think that way?
Always.
Why do you want? So give me a viral moment. You can force that.
I'm going to give you a list of names.
I could.
Yeah.
And tell me whether or not you could genuinely take them or beat them in a fight.
What kind of fight?
I
style
thought so.
bender.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Francis Ngannou.
He would turn me into paper mache.
Okay, here's a good one. Joe
would
Rogan.
implode.
Joe Rogan.
Ooh, I Joe Rogan up.
Clip it.
Okay, I have two
Hey,
more.
are you friends with him?
Yeah.
Okay, two more.
Now, here's where things get interesting. In my opinion, Logan Paul was clearly fishing for a viral moment. He was even giving Bobby Lee a lot of clues that he should bring up the one person that would make for an insane moment. And I think he was talking about Brendan Schaub, because Logan Paul himself said that he was a YouTube slut, meaning that he knows all of the lore that is going on with Bobby Lee and Brendan Schaub, because he had Brendan Schaub on his podcast not too long ago, and for sure had to experience how hated Brendan Schaub is, whether it is in the comments or on their subreddit. Again, Brendan Schaub was on the Impulsive podcast not too long ago and had one of the most awkward appearances on there.
Schaub is joining us today. How are you, Brendan?
I'm good, man. How you fellas doing?
Good. Are you dipping right now?
Yeah, dude. Well, not tobacco though.
What is it?
Nicotine. Nicotine?
Is that
No?
was that a sponsor?
Yeah. I bet it started off naturally though. I've been with them I've been using it for 3 years.
Are we getting paid for?
I mean, you can have some.
Well, I should say why you're on. Well, you're on this show because you have a special coming out.
Correct.
That I want to talk about.
Thursday.
This Thursday? Next week.
Next week, Thursday.
Okay, so this will be coming out 2 days.
days.
Oh, awesome. Where is it coming out?
YouTube. Decided to do YouTube.
You're a YouTube. Are you a vlogger?
No, not at all. No.
You do YouTube?
You know, try.
You're doing great.
I mean, my nickname's Thick Boy. Yeah.
Thick boy.
Yeah.
So many C's. And we did jujitsu classes together. And
I didn't know you did jujitsu.
yeah, oh yeah.
For how long?
I can roll, bro.
For how long?
I can roll. A couple years.
All right.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Does wifey handle the discipline?
Super strict. She's Latin, runs it like Stalin.
Same with you, too?
Strict.
Like she runs your shit? Like
No. Don't get twisted. No.
What? We got to go to dinner.
wait, right now?
I think so.
A 42-minute boys only episode? Is that how long?
We got to go to dinner, bro.
Yeah, sorry guys.
So they could have definitely made it way more interesting by bringing up Brendan Schaub. The fruit was there. He could have just picked it. Instead, Kalila was asking him about the different people that he would fight and how he would do against them, and eventually brought up Joe Rogan. Now, that's a fun question, but whatever. And here's where things get a little bit weird, because this is when Logan Paul asked Bobby Lee if he was friends with Joe Rogan. And Bobby Lee's answer was a little bit odd because he didn't completely answer it. He just said, hey, clip it, and then moved on with the joke and kind of awkwardly laughed it off. So, in my opinion, that was a bit weird, and it leads me to the next point, because everyone around Bobby Lee, his friends, and his fans have always brought up the fact that he has not done the Joe Rogan Experience lately since the new format. And a lot of people think maybe it's, and I've myself thought the same thing, maybe Bobby Lee is not ready, maybe he wants to wait until he has something better to promote, but I don't think anybody has ever asked if maybe he doesn't like Joe Rogan. We actually covered this on another video and talked about how there is a possibility that Bobby Lee feels some type of way because of the Joe Rogan, Carlos Mencia situation and the role that he played in it. And that is the reason why he doesn't want to go on that Joe Rogan Experience. However, that was me clearly speculating that Bobby Lee felt guilty for helping take down Carlos Mencia, but I never thought about the other side of the story. What if Bobby Lee doesn't like Joe Rogan because he himself said that he told him not to use the part of the video which helped take down Carlos Mencia, and Joe Rogan still used it?
Yeah, because this is how that happened. So Joe puts out that montage video of Mencia stealing and whatnot, and I was in the video.
I visualized.
Whole life was consumed.
Because
It's
you
so
were a little bit of the nail in the coffin in the storytelling. You and Brendan were a little bit of like the this is.
Oh my god!
So wait, tell me how it really happened.
This is what happened. Okay. So I'm at the Comedy Store, and Brian Redband at the time wasn't Brian Redband of today. Brian Redband was Joe Rogan's guy. His video autographer, his podcast guy, everything. And Brian Redband would always have a camera just on, right? And so I'm walking at night like I always do, and somebody asked me, "What about Mencia stealing?" I don't see the camera.
Was this the same night that this whole thing went down? Or?
No, it was a collage of a bunch of different nights.
Oh, so it was a different night.
Right. So he and I said, I didn't know there was a camera there, and they said, "But Mencia's stealing." I go, "Yeah, he steals or whatever, you know." Then I noticed the thing, and then I go to Brian. I go, "Don't put that out there." And Brian goes, "No, I mean Joe makes the final decision, but we're probably not." It is right.
Now looking at it today, you could argue that was a horrible move by Joe Rogan because he had footage of Bobby Lee slipping up, saying that Carlos Mencia steals and all that stuff. Then asked them, "Wait, hold on, where's this going? Can you please not use this video of me?" Joe Rogan said, "You know what? Screw Bobby Lee. I'm still going to use this." And that is a legendary video that helped take down Carlos Mencia. So from that perspective, I do think there's a possibility that Bobby Lee feels some type of way about Joe Rogan, and he just simply doesn't want to say it out loud, obviously. Now, the last thing is Logan Paul's co-host, George, apologizing or making up with Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
Oh, I know exactly where you're at right now.
Let me talk to him.
Bro, someone wants to talk to you, bro. He knew.
Put on the mic, probably.
Hi, George. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I want to let's talk for a second. Are you driving?
Okay. No, I'm not driving.
Okay. I want to apologize for my behavior on your podcast. I feel like I was a little.
Bobby Lee, you shut your mouth. I'm apologizing to you. I left you. You were our guest, and I left you, Bobby.
This is good.
I will forever regret that for the rest of my fucking life. There's not a day I will lay my head on that pillow and not know that I disappointed a prince that does stand up like you. Do you have any idea how ashamed of myself I am?
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Of you?
Well, I'm gonna.
so sorry.
Thank you.
Please don't.
Thank you
even
for saying that.
apologize to me.
But I want to pull back my apology then. Because I do. Because I literally did not feel sorry.
Pull out.
I pulled out of the apology. I don't feel sorry exactly. But and let's have a relationship where we can rip on each other.
I would love that.
All right. So you can say whatever you want to me, and I'm gonna be good. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. I love you.
And again, I know we're doing a bit, but from my heart, I do apologize.
And from my heart, I don't apologize to you, but I accept yours.
I don't think this part of the video was that interesting, but it was nice at least seeing him apologize and talk it out with Bobby Lee, because we can all agree that it was George's fault, and walking out on Bobby Lee was a huge mistake, completely unprofessional. Regardless, it was a good choice apologizing and having that phone call and actually holding back, because Bobby Lee was, again, being mean, doing that bit. But this time, George did not take it seriously. So good on him for that. And in my opinion, I think there's a possibility that they can both benefit from each other. Bobby Lee there said, let's have a relationship where we bash on each other. And for George, that would be an insane opportunity to have that relationship with Bobby Lee where you bash on each other. Could be the door in to meeting more comedians and being friends with other people. And looking at it from Bobby's perspective, obviously George is a co-host of one of the biggest podcasts on YouTube or out there. So obviously being cool with him, building some type of relationship could also benefit Bobby Lee in the long term. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. We are close to getting to 20,000 subscribers. I think we're at 16,000 right now. So I really appreciate that. I really do. Dislike the video if you didn't like it, but that is all we have for today. See ya.